All right, welcome ladies and gentlemen here to Genesis Place. We have the final regular season game for the Rockyview Silvertips and the Red Deer Rampage about to get underway in just 15 short minutes. This game is super important for playoff implications, as currently the Rockyview Silvertips, sitting in first for the Central, may have a chance to potentially lose that spot if they fall in this matchup. As for Red Deer, they are fighting for their playoff chances, as right now they are sitting just barely outside of the playoffs, but with a win tonight, that could change. We have the Senior Day ceremony as well happening in around 3 minutes here, according to the clock in front of us, which we will have the whole thing right here on CROW LAX TV for you. But across the board, this game's going to be really, really big for both of these teams. The Silvertips don't have to worry about missing the playoffs, as they are, at worst, with a loss today, they'll slip down to second, which obviously not what they're looking for, but at least they know they'll be playing again. Red Deer cannot say the same, as a loss here automatically 100% knocks them out, and that is not what they're trying to do here today on the road. They've got a lot of things in their favor, though, as nobody in the Central Division has scored more goals this season than them. And if you look at their players, you can easily see why. Isaac Tisdale, 30 points more than anybody else in the Central Division, and he's been a big player behind what they have been able to do all season long. Behind him, Trafford Coachman, the guy who's been sitting in second for points in the Central Division with 65, still an impressive number, even if it looks a little bit smaller next to Isaac Tisdale's 95. On the other side, for the Silvertips, topping them in points is Nate Shabak with 61, 18 goals on the year, but the big number for him is 43 assists, which he has been able to do obviously passing at an incredible rate all season long, leading the team in goals. That is given to Jared Norris, one of the players graduating here on Senior Day, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. The ceremony is just 2 minutes away. I'm Simon Chaskovsky. I'll be here for the entire game with you. Get in the call. Make sure to stick around for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to have a quick ceremony for our graduating senior players. We'll start with number 4, Cole Patterson. Cole joined the Silvertips this season. We acquired him from the Stratmore Junior B2 program. Cole lacrosse with the Strathmore Venom.
Cole Clark has been from Strathmore. He's been a valuable addition to our mighty offense. After having a very impressive training camp, he made our roster. And he has to have some of the best here on the team next to our head coach, Tyler. So, congrats, Cole.
Next on the list, number 6, Chase Penner. Chase was originally drafted by the Calgary Shamrocks and the Rockyview Range Minor Lacrosse program and was acquired by trade in the 2023 season. After an impressive 42-point season with the Tuscaloosa Pioneers, Chase will be attending the University of Mount Olive and playing with the Trojans this year.
Chase ultimately came on our radar. Tyler and I had gone to scout the Shamrocks. We saw him in the trade. Actually took about a year to get done. So we're very happy to have Chase. So congrats, Chase.
Next is number 7, Jared Norris. Jared was drafted by the G&P Mounties at the Calgary Silvertips Minor Lacrosse Club. Jared was signed by the Silvertips in 2023. He attends Maryville University and he is working on a degree in sports business and plans to pursue a master's in business. Jared has earned GLVC all academic honors in the past 2 years at Maryville.
We were happy to have Jared in our roster. He was drafted also to the Raiders and for missing a season due to injury. We were lucky to have him come onto our roster, and he's also had a very productive season playing many games for the Raiders as well this year. So thankfully we have him today. We're excited to have him.
Next is number 17, Chase White. Chase is the oldest of the 3 White brothers who are part of our Silvertips family. He was acquired this year from the Strathmore Venom. Chase amassed 52 points with the Venom in the previous 2 seasons. He's working in the petroleum technology program at SAIT.
We should also check to see, I'm not sure how many points are there any more that we can bring onto the team. But we're happy to have him. He's the oldest of the 3. He's come into our team this year, and he's been an instant leader in the dressing room and on the floor on our back end. So we're happy to have him.
Next up is number 24, Christian DeGroot. Christian was drafted by the Silvertips for the Calgary Hornets. He attends Southwestern University where he plays with the Pirates. Christian achieved a 50% shooting percentage in the 2022-2023 season with the Pirates. He's working towards a degree in biology and has his eyes on a future in medicine.
And Christian's part of our defense. We feel we have a very strong defensive unit this year. And unfortunately, the defense can go unnoticed a lot in the stats and so forth. But the things that Christian does are all contribute to the team. And we're super happy to have him. It's been awesome for us on the here. So, congrats.
And last, but certainly not least, number 28, Stone Dunbar Karenda. Stone was drafted to the Silvertips from the Calgary Silvertips organization and says he'll be a tip for life. This young man has over 60 points with the Tips. Stone is attending Lethbridge College and is going to be a primary care paramedic.
With Stone this year, because he had school all the way to the end of June, we graciously kept a roster spot for him because we knew we would be happy to have him come this kind of year. So, similar to what I was saying with Christian, with Stone, he plays offense, doesn't necessarily get as many goals as some of his teammates, but what he does do is all the little things that don't show up on the stat sheet, and that's just as important, I think, doesn't matter whether you get drafted junior A or where you get drafted in junior B, or even if you get drafted at all, because we've got a mixture of guys that have come from all corners. So what matters is what happens when they step on the floor, and they've all been great at what they've done for us. So if for any of the little folks out there, or if there's seniors who want to join senior lacrosse, it doesn't matter where you get drafted. Okay? Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Brent.
All right, once again, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Genesis Place. We have got ourselves the final regular season game across all of CROW LAX TV today. We will be the final game going off the hair here, as we have the Rockyview Silvertips and the Red Deer Rampage in a game with serious playoff implications. I'm Simon Chaskovsky. Thank you so much for joining me here today. This is sure to be a good one, as the Red Deer Rampage are playing for their season. Everything is on the line for them today. As for the Silvertips, they're fighting to hold on to the first place spot in the Central Division that they have held most of the season. But they certainly do not have an easy path to do that. Starting in net for the Silvertips is going to be none other than Caden McDonough. He's been one of the best goalies across the entire league all season long, with an 87.6 save percentage. I mean, what else can you possibly say about McDonough that you're not about to see in the next 60? The dude knows how to play goalie. On the other side, I believe that is Wells in net for the Rampage. 8.44 save percentage, 6.2 goals against average as we get ready for the opening face-off. Both teams are getting loud. Let's get this thing started. This one's going to get pinned real quickly, and it'll be given to the Silvertips, and we are properly underway. They bring out their offensive specialist. That'll be Schroeder. Sends it to Penner, back to Schroeder. He'll approach early here. They'll start to make their way around the outside. They'll find Norris. He's not quite able to set up his teammate well with that pass, and it'll go down the other way. It's Red Deer jumping up on the attack here. They'll get out their offensive players. This one's on the stick, as that's Coachman with it. He's going to walk just around the blue line here. He'll send it to the other side. As we have our first goal by the Red Deer Rampage jumping up early here. And that's something you know that it feels very good for them. So we'll get the second face-off here. Red Deer with some instant momentum. And when you're coming in such an important game here, playing on the road in a must-win game, it's so huge to jump on the board early, and that's what they've done here. They're going to quickly jump back on the gas here offensively. Picking this one up, that's Kale Opp. As he's going to pass this one off. And this one's given to Coachman. Isaac Tisdale is the one awarded the goal. He's 4 away from 100 on the season now. That's a huge point for him. Coachman, long shot in on McDonough. Not a hard save to make. They get the rebound, though. This one's picked up by Dowswell. Dowswell walks out, finds that, I believe that's Tisdale. Tisdale walking around the outside now. Sends it to the other. This will be a long shot. Not quite able to find that top right corner. Dowswell. This one's just basically hockey shot all the way out till center. Smart play there by Zachary Cullen to pick it up. Hands this one off as that's Dunbar Correndo with it. Norris rushing in alone, takes the shot. Won't quite beat the goaltender. Diving defender jumping in to make sure it doesn't cross the goal line, and it won't. As the Silvertips get as close as they've gotten to tying this thing up early. Tisdale. He'll push in. Finds someone cutting in, but was not quite able to find the pass. McDonough throws this one long as he's trying to find, I believe that's Nickel. Although Nickel won't, or he'll get there on the second attempt. Wraparound shot won't go. Rampage shoot this one out to center. They're trying to take advantage of their speed, but he wasn't quite able to get that pass. And they'll have to slow things down and wait out for their offensive players. Coachman has it once again. Long shot down to the outside. This one's tipped in front. McDonough didn't see it. Thankfully, it bounces to the right, just wide of the net. This one's bobbled as Red Deer runs back out to grab it, but shot clock means they won't be able to do anything with it. Silvertips now heading the other way. This one's picked up by Norris, one of the graduating seniors. He'll rush in, spins back, as he's trying to make space with it. He's waiting for a few screens. That'll be Montgomery walking off one, whips it in. Silvertips tie things up. Just 3:30 into the first period. That one's coming off the stick of Montgomery, who's another player who's had an excellent season for the team so far this year, as that makes 5 on the season for him so far. Silvertips win the face-off and make their way in on the rush. Looks like some good defense from the Rampage is going to force them to have to slow things down, though. This one's overthrown. We'll see an over and back call. The Rampage pushing in to try and get a chance at it, as they get their offensive players out there. They'll send this one to Tisdale. Now has 96 points on the season, like I mentioned. He's been averaging 5 points per game all year long. All he has to do is match his average, and he'll hit 100, being the first player in the Central. I believe there's someone in the East Division. I don't have the numbers in front of me who already hit 100, but I think he'd become the second player in the Alberta League here to cross 100. As now the Silvertips moving down the floor here. Finding Fuster on the left side, sending it back out to center, where he'll find Norris, and he'll slow things down and wait for a couple of his offensive teammates out there. Schroeder sets a screen for him, tries to run around it. He has to run pretty far, shoots this one in, and it's covered right up. A lot of physicality right there in front of the net. They'll knock it A little bit off of its position, but it won't quite matter. Wells doing a good job to get in front of it. And based on the players out there on the floor, it's looking like we'll be seeing the Silvertips taking this one out at center. And we've got a penalty on the Rampage, as I believe that one's being given to Tavian Pike. And he'll be serving for 2 minutes. This will be the first power play for either team so far. Behind the back pass, finds Penner. He'll rush in, won't beat Wells. This one's picked up now. Is that Shabak with it, point leader for the Silvertips. Norris has it up high. Down to Penner. He'll shoot this one in. Odd angle, don't matter. Silvertips jumping up by 1 here. As I believe that came off of the stick of Penner. And that makes 21 on the year for him, as he now has 51 points. Another one of our graduating players on this Silvertips, as I'm sure he's happy to be able to get a goal in his final game for the team. And despite falling, oh, it looks like we have another penalty on the board, actually. Unless we've just got some board issues. And it looks like that is going to be the case, as we wait to get an update on what the penalty is on. So it looks like Silvertips will be remaining on the power play here, except it's a fresh one. I don't think I have to tell anybody that they are 1 for 1 on the game after what we just saw. Schroeder rushing in, tried a behind the back pass, a little too fancy. They'll hold on to possession though. Schroeder back up high to Norris. This one bounces off of his stick as he bobbles it. Walking around the zone, finds Penner, back to Norris, long shot. Wells able to get in front of it. And now they'll move down the floor once again on the 5-on-4. This one's pushed into the boards here as Red Deer tries to get their offense going. Coachman, as he's able to find, I believe that's Park. Park, he'll just wheel this one right on in, taking the shot clock violation, but it doesn't matter. They did a good job to waste down some clock. 55 seconds left on the power play. Silvertips still looking for another goal here to deepen their lead. Long shot from Norris. He'll get knocked down on the backside. Schroeder goes to the corner to pick this one up. Back up to Norris. To Penner. He already has one. Back to Norris. Long shot blocked. This one's bobbled, though. Still picked up by the Rampage, and they head back down the floor. Jack Walton has it. Shot clock and penalty clock are pretty much equal, as they'll have a chance to waste down their entire penalty if they can hold on to it. Walton has been pushed into the corner here, though. The Silvertips are trying to pop this one out and maybe try something with the final seconds of their power play. They might get that chance. Norris heading down the floor, but he'll get matched by some defenders trying to push in. He's going to walk this one back behind the goal. In Gretzky's office. Find someone on the other side. Back out to center. Nice block by Wells, though. Not a lot of people in front, so definitely not an easy save, but he did a good job to get in front of it. Long pass there. Wasn't quite able to find Tavian Pike. And it looks like the Rampage will get it in the offensive zone here. 12-17 gone, or not gone, 12-17 left on the clock here in the first period. 2-1 is your score. Silvertips went down early, but only by 1, and have since scored 2 straight to jump ahead. Rampage pushing towards the goal, was not quite able to get that one on net. See the shot clock restart, though. I believe it might have touched the stick of McDonough. The Silvertips get this one back after that shot. Start to move back down the floor. It's on the stick of Chase Twite, as he'll give it to Schroeder, moving back towards the bench. Schroeder, he'll take the long shot. That one was close, just barely whistling over the crossbar. Ooh, that one's bobbled off Penner's stick. Red Deer with a 2-on-1 chance. Had the chance to go tic-tac-toe, shot it instead. McDonough was able to stop it. Silvertips trying to do more of the same, pushing back down. Had the shot, decided against taking it, and he'll wait for a couple of his teammates to catch up to him. Jared Norris has it. He'll try and pass this one in for Penner, but it'll end up missing him, and Wells will be the one to grab it. This one's sent out to center. Norris will be on the attack. He's gonna rush in. He's got speed, pushing behind the goal here. Sending it out in front. Able to find Dowswell. Dowswell, wraparound chance, won't go. Red Deer recovers. Back out to center. He'll find Tisdale. Tisdale passing this one over. Fakes the long shot. Is that Simpson with it? Simpson out to Coachman. Coachman, long shot. McDonough able to get in front of it. Second chance, won't quite go. It'll be interrupted and shot into the ground. Monaghan has it. Fakes the shot and gives this one off to Schroeder. Schroeder sends this one up high to call it. Now on the stick of Shabak. Long shot saved by Wells. Not an easy one on that shot attempt. This one sent into the offensive zone now. Picked up behind the goal, and now the Silvertips will head the other way. 10 minutes gone. Still only 3 goals on the board, with the Silvertips ahead 2-1. Jared Norris pushing into the offensive zone here. He'll turn back, waiting off a few screens. Shabak, long shot. Wasn't quite able to get it on goal. Gets his own rebound, sends it down low. Chance here. Penner looking for 2. He'll bury that one. 2 goals early in the first period for Chase Penner. I believe that's 22 on the season for him, as the Silvertips jumping ahead just 11 minutes into this one, as they've had an excellent start. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and River Valley. Work in a thriving community where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan.
Scored by number 6, Chase Penner. Assisted by number 20, Nate Shabak. And number 7, Jared Norris.
As they rotate this one, finding Schroeder. He's gonna push in, diving shot. Excellent shot, excellent save, as Dylan Wells was able to get in front of that one. They'll try and head back down the floor once again here. Red Deer now a bit on the back foot, as they're still playing for any hope at continuing their season. As it'll be Coachman on the outside. He's looking for someone. Sends it to the opposite side. 8 seconds on the shot clock. They'll shoot this one into the corner. Clock continues to tick. It's picked up by the Silvertips though, and they'll now try and head up on the offensive attack. Hand it off to Norris. Whistling this one in, and he'll bury that one. Bottom right, Jared Norris getting one for himself, as the Silvertips have opened the floodgates early here in the first period. That gives Jared Norris 25 goals in just 11 games played this season for the Silvertips. What a heck of a season for him, as he has done an excellent job since joining the team, being a huge offensive contributor in all of the games he's been a part of.
Silvertips goal! Scored by number 7, Jared Norris.
Schroeder has it in the offensive zone now. Silvertips looking for something. pushing in here. Walking in alone, but was not quite able to get that one on goal. Red Deer pushing over into center now. This one is on the stick of Jack Walton. He's going to push in, sees a lane, decides not to take it as he sends this one back outside. They'll start to rotate this one themselves. Simpson has it on his stick. Long shot, bounced up high, won't quite go. That one, I think, went just a touch high of the crossbar. It'll go all the way back down the floor. And the shot clock will get restarted. He'll push in with it, looking for a pass. Red Deer sends this one into the corner. 7 seconds on the shot clock, has to shoot it. This one goes 5-hole. McDonough was able to grab it though. Sent back out to center now. Joshua Brunton with it on his stick. He'll take it down to the corner. Gives this one back to Shabak. This one's popped out of the stick of Norris. The shot clock starts to tick down. We've got a hand in the air as it looks like the Silvertips will get their third power play of the game so far. It's going to be an illegal cross-checking call. Oh, wait. Maybe not. It looks like Norris was walking towards the to the box there. As now we have a Rampage in the box. It looks like Norris is going to be joining them. So it looks like we're going to get coincidental penalties here. Looks like it's going to be cross-checking on both the calls. Which means we won't be getting a power play. Yeah, it's going to be 4-on-4 here. So we are going to get a little bit of 4-on-4 action here early in this one. Silvertips will get the chance to start with it. Norris pushing his way in. Sends it back up high. He'll push it himself, but this one's knocked off his stick. Picked up outside by Shabak. Shabak sends this one in. Trying to get it into Norris, but in the process, he'll get knocked down. Norris, while trying to find the ball, ends up knocking down Dylan Wells, and now we've got a bit of pushing and shoving. So the Rampage weren't too happy about Norris colliding with their goaltender. Coachman will be the one to walk this one in. He's got it up high. Spins off his defender, looking for a screen. Nearly finds the right plate. Tisdale knocks the guy down, walks in, tries to go top left. Nearly a highlight reel goal for him right there, but won't quite go. Tisdale will go into the corner. He'll try and shoot this one over. Rampage not quite able to pick it up though, as it's stolen. Stolen by Tisdale though. And now he'll take it behind the goal. Does an excellent job to steal that one. He'll send it out to the blue, and they'll restart their offense. That one shot in early, picked up by the Silvertips, and they'll head the other way. A couple excellent off-ball plays by the captain for the Rampage. Tisdale knocking a guy over on the screen, nearly scoring going top left, and then getting a steal in the offensive zone. Schroeder tried the behind-the-pack pass. Was not quite able to find Dunbar Corenda. Long pass here. They'll find it. Rampage pushing in. Nice shot. Won't quite go. And now the Silvertips will head the other way. So that was an excellent chance by Tavian Pike. Silvertips continue to rotate this one around the offensive zone. Missing that pass, and now the Rampage pick it up in their own zone. Moving back down the floor. Coachman has it. Back over to Red Deer. We'll send this one to the opposite boards. Coachman able to catch the bouncing ball. Long shot here. It'll hit McDonough directly in the crest. And they'll move back down the floor once again. Runton has it. He fakes his man, but decides not to shoot it. Sends this one back out to center. Schroeder will pick it up. Sends it over to back. I believe that's Penner down in the corner. Back up high to Norris. Norris sees a lane. He'll shoot it. That one bounces off the shoulder back into the corner and picked up by Dunbar Corenda. This will be sent back down low once more. Silvertips continue to try and look for something. Norris fakes the shot. Spins off his defender. Shoots this one in. Bit of an awkward save there for Dylan Wells, but he'll still hold on to it. Silvertips pushing in, but he'll get knocked down as Shabak was not quite able to get a hold of it. Shot clock, continuing to tick. Picked up by the Silvertips in the corner, won't quite matter as this one's turned over. Some pushing and shoving at the end of that play, and it looks like because of that, we are going to end up seeing Nate Shabak spending some time in the box. At Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. They are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. Explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. Rampage on the attack here, sending it down low, finds Coachman, back up high, finding Tisdale. To the other side, got a headshot on his own teammate. Behind the back shot from Coachman won't quite go. Coachman hands it to Tisdale. Tisdale likes the shot. He'll go 5-hole. McDonough liked it as well, though, as he was able to get in front of it. This one shot all the way down the floor. Was not quite able to find Penner, and now we'll see the Rampage get their offense started once again. This one's on the stick of Park. He hands it off, though. Anton Isham hands it off. Out to Tisdale. Long shot off the pad. Picked back up by Anton Isham. Back to Anton Isham. To Coachman. Takes the shot. Misses the left post as this goes all the way back down the floor. And they'll call an over and back. And with 52 seconds left on the power play, we'll see the Silvertips get it in the offensive zone, as they'll be looking to waste down 30 of those 52 seconds. Excuse me. Schroeder has it on his stick. Hands it off. As he'll get knocked down, still able to hold on to it though. Puts a little bit too much mustard on that pass. Now the Rampage will move back down the floor once again. This one's on the stick of Barrett Clark. Hands it off to the captain, and with 30 seconds left on their power play, they'll try and make something of it. Rampage setting a few off-ball screens. Tisdale, inside pass to Coachman. But that's an excellent save by McDonough. Doing a good job to make that close quarter save. We'll send a Hail Mary pass into the offensive zone. Was not quite able to find it. But it'll be the Silvertips picking it up on the bounce back. And now, with Shabak leaving the box, we're going to see them get their offensive players out there. Colt White has it on his stick. Trying to push his way in. Sees a lane, he'll take it. Didn't get it off, though. Dunbar Corenda nearly getting the rebound, but he'll get pushed off of it. Now Rampage head the other way. Ooh, fakes himself out on that one. Be able to get up quick enough, though. Still get knocked down. Silvertips able to get the steal here. And they'll head back down the floor. This one finds Penner. He'll take it to the corner. 15 seconds on the clock. We're not going to see a timeout by the Silvertips. Sent back up high for Norris. Clock running out. Long shot. Won't find it. Rebound chance by Penner. But that one stopped, and it'll be covered right up and they're going to let this clock tick on down, and that will do it for us here in the first period of play. After 20 minutes, your score is 4-1. Be sure to get your CROW LAX TV 50-50 tickets. Draw will take place following the playoffs on Monday, July 29th, with a maximum take-home of $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen right now, or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. We will be right back with you after this 10-minute break. Make sure to stick around for both the second periods and third. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Genesis Place, as we have got ourselves the final game of the entire regular season league-wide here between the Silvertips and the Red Deer Rampage. Both teams playing with major playoff implications on the line, with the Silvertips clinching their first place Central Division spot with a win here. On the other side, Red Deer needing a win here to even make the playoffs. So both teams obviously needing a win bad here. So far it is 4-1 with the Silvertips having a huge start through the first 20 minutes. 40 minutes to go. I'm Simon Trzaskowski. You're watching CROW LAX TV. As both teams leave their respective creases. And we'll get ready to go here for the second period. Caden McDonough in between the pipes, for the Silvertips. Has had an excellent game so far. Standing on his head, has only allowed one, which was let in, I believe, 2 minutes into the first period. Since then, has looked really, really solid for a Silvertips team that have needed him, as he's had to make a lot of tough saves, stopping the league leader in points. Or I think he's just the Central Division leader in Isaac Tisdale a few times. As we get ready to go for the opening face-off of the second period. Off the whistle will be given back to the Silvertips, and they'll get their offensive players out there. He'll give this one to Chase Penner. Penner, he'll walk around on center. Sending it back to the other side is going to end up finding Zachary Cullen. Cullen hands it off. Shabak whistling it in, but won't quite get it. As now Red Deer's going to head the other way. Maybe with a chance on the rush. 2-on-1. Oh, but he'll bobble it and won't quite get it on goal. He's able to get it off the boards here, though, as Coachman picks it up. He's got it behind the goal now. 15 seconds on the shot clock. He's looking for a teammate. Sends it up high. Fakes the shot. Knocks it off his own stick, though. And has to take it in the corner. Only 5 on the shot clock now. He's looking for something. Walks in. Has to shoot it. He'll take it. Not able to beat McDonough, though, on the excellent rush forward. Solo effort wasn't quite enough. Will get blown down, though, and now the Silvertips head the other way. It's on the stick of Fuster. Runs into some defense, though, and he'll hand it off. As Tyler Montgomery has it. He already has a goal early in the game. Long shot from Norris. He'll go top corner, as that marks his first goal of the matchup, as he picks up one in his final game as a Silvertip. And that's a huge goal for the Silvertips, as now they're up by 4 in an absolute must-win game, really putting Red Deer in need of a few goals bad. As we get ready here for another face-off. We'll see the Silvertips win it, but it'll win it into the referee. Won't matter regardless. They'll still get it and get their offensive players out there. Sending it over. Finding Shabak. Likes the shot, likes the pass better, though, as that won't quite go. Nickel was looking for the bottom left corner. Wasn't able to find it. Long shot. Won't quite go. Rebound chance. Montgomery grabs his second of the game. Off the rebound. Excellent play there. Or wait, that's Dunbar Corenda. I got the numbers wrong on that one. Regardless, Silvertips starting the second period, making a huge emphasis on offense as they continue to just pile on the goals. And the Rampage's playoff odds are disappearing by the second. Silvertips pushing this one into the offensive zone off the face-off. It'll be picked up by Dylan Wells, as he'll send it out to the blue line, and the Rampage will head the other way. This one's on the stick of Cale Opp.
Silvertips goal! Scored by number 28, Stone Dynamite!
Simpson has it out at center. They'll push in. That's Tisdale, and he has two. Rampage aren't gone yet. As that makes 97 on the season for Isaac Tisdale, as he continues to push for that triple-digit mark in points while also trying to just claw his team back in a game they have fallen behind but so desperately need to win. And that one is a huge goal for their team. Isaac Tisdale has it now. And Red Deer gets their offense going once again. Handing it off. They'll push his way in. Coachman sees the shot, he'll take it. But we'll see a player illegally knocked down, and now the Silvertips will get the chance to head the other way. He has speed on the outside. He'll push in alone. Was looking for a pass, but Shabak wasn't quite able to get open enough, and they'll have to restart things a little bit. Schroeder turns it over, and now Red Deer's heading down the floor, but he'll end up getting knocked down, and Silvertips will get it right back. 3 minutes gone early, and we've already seen a ton of goals. As it's been 2 for the Silvertips. Rampage were able to get the last one, though. He'll try and go 5-hole. Dylan Wells had to lower himself pretty far to get in front of it, but he'll get in front of it regardless. As they'll head back down the floor once again. Rampage have it on his stick. They're looking for someone to give it to. So it'll be a long shot there coming off the stick of Riley Doswell, but won't quite go. Silvertips trying to set up their offense now. Pushing in, long shot by Nickel. He went 5-hole and Wells was able to find it. Rampage pushing down the floor once again. As he'll leave this one. And they'll get a few more offensive specialists out there. Simpson has it. Pushing his way in, walking off a few screens, leaves it. Long shot by Coachman. Wasn't quite able to go though, as it goes all the way back down the floor, where it'll be picked up, and there'll be a restarted shot clock. Riley Doswell has it. He'll send it to the right wing, to the other side. Simpson thinks about the shot, walks off a screen there and sends it over to Coachman. Coachman on the other side, long shot, won't find netting. Picked up in front, but it'll be quickly bobbled. Now Shabak's on the rush. He sees a lane, but he didn't think he'd be able to hit it, so he'll slow down. Sends it in front, all alone, sends it 5-hole, and the Silvertips have another. Zachary Cullen buries his first of the game, as that one was a bit of a defensive mistake there for the Rampage, leaving him completely untouched, able to walk right in on Dylan Wells, and was able to easily beat him 5-hole. That makes 4 goals on the year for Cullen. As they regain their large lead that they have quickly built. Rampage win the face-off, but won't be able to find a teammate afterwards and give it up to the Silvertips. Fuster sending it over to Nickel. Nickel is looking at Fuster, decides not to give it to him. Schroeder walks in himself, and he'll bury it. Back-to-back goals in under a minute as the Silvertips go up to 8-2. A little bit of conversation here in the face-off circle. we wait for things to get back underway. Clearly the Rampage player is not too happy as this one gets stolen. Silvertips win the face-off. It gets bobbled by both teams there, but they'll end up being the team recovering it. And they'll get back underway. Sending this one to the other side of the floor. Norris picks it up. He has 2. Norris finds a rushing Cole Twite, but was not able to find his stick. Back out to Penner. To the other side, he'll find Twite. Twite to Shabak. Long shot down low. But that'll be blocked by Wells and sent into the netting. Schroeder comes in off the bench, and the Silvertips get their offense going once again. Norris pushes in, tries the odd angle shot, won't go. Picked up once again by Schroeder with a renewed shot clock. Out to Penner, pushing in, tries the shot. Wells able to get in front of it once again. Rampage now heading down the floor once again. Spin move through center, was not quite able to get around Shabak. As this one's turned over, as now the Silvertips are in on the rush. Christian DeGroot has it. And he'll hand it off, finding Zachary Cullen, who just scored a goal. Gives it to Schroeder, back down low, finds Cole Twite. Twite, pushing in, sees a lane, takes the shot, goes 5-hole, bounces at top corner. Won't get much prettier than that as they take a 9-2 lead here in the second period, and the Silvertips refuse to step off the gas. That makes 18 on the season for Cole Twite. And we're gonna see a goalie change here for the Rampage. Coming in, I believe that is going to be Dylan Doswell. Played 19 games this season. Had a 7.87 save percentage. Was the team's backup goalie throughout the entire season. As now, we'll see Tisdale with it on the outside. Walking around with it. They're trying to set something up. Finds Riley Doswell. Doswell out to Coachman. Tisdale recovers it, but that's McDonough's to steal, and he'll take it. This one's sent all the way back down the floor. So we'll see the Rampage get this one back. Handing it off to Riley Doswell. Pushing in. Out to center, finds Tisdale, fakes the shot, looks at it again, behind the back pass, finds Coachman, and McDonough somehow manages to get in front of that one. As that's one of his best saves of the night so far. Pushing in, able to make a shoulder save there. As now the Rampage try and head the other way, but this one's overshot a little bit, and it looks like the Silvertips have the chance to recover it in their own zone. Rushing down the floor, that'll be Zach Levine. As Montgomery has it. Passing this one over. Finds Shabak. Bounces off the glove and in. And they hit double digits on the game. Silvertips continue to bury it. That marks 6 goals in just, I believe, 8 minutes and 15 seconds. It's one heck of a performance for them. And you can tell that the Rampage are just demoralized. It has been a very, very tough game for them. And they're gonna need one heck of a pushback here in the remaining 32 minutes of this game. They want a chance at taking it. As Walton has it on his stick now. Riley Doswell has it. Sent over. They will find Coachman. Coachman walks off the screen from Tisdale. Sends it to the other side. He'll see the shot, but it won't quite go. Walking this one in. Excellent shot there, and the captain has a hattie. That makes 98 points on the season for Isaac Tisdale. He has 39 goals. And right now, he's currently on pace to hit that 100-point margin. I'm sure that's not what he's worried about with a scoreboard like that. So regardless, I'm sure he's still looking to score a few more for his team. This one's won in the face-off circle by the Rampage. Tisdale has it on his stick. He'll shoot this one in. Won't beat McDonough. Tisdale trying to pick it up once again. Sending this one over. Is now heading back down the floor. Will be Cole Twite. Twite hands it off. Colin has it. Gives it up to Penner, who runs around the inside. He'll see a lane, shoots this one in. And that'll be the first save for Dylan Doswell. They might have a chance on the rush. Tisdale, sorry. Went 5-hole there, wasn't able to beat McDonough once again. Stolen there in the neutral zone. Tisdale down low all alone. Tries to beat him. McDonough gets in front of it on a near impossible save. Was able to get there. Tisdale was looking for 4. Pushing in will be Shabak. It's knocked off his stick. Running down the floor alone. Another breakaway chance. We'll find it. Second one. Coachman buries it. That makes 31 on the season for Coachman, as the Red Deer duo are so single-handedly pulling their team back into this one. We're going to see another goalie change as they're going to bring the starter back out here. Dylan Wells returning to the net, for the Rampage. As he quickly warms himself up. Was only out of the net for a good 2 or 3 minutes, but he knows what his team needs from him now, as this is a huge game for Dylan Wells. This one's stolen. Rampage heading down the floor, gloved by McDonough. Sisha back out on the rush. And he'll run into a defender instantly and has to slow down and wait for a few teammates. Finds Colin. Back to Shabak. Shabak finds Schroeder. Schroeder. That one goes off the stick of Wells and back down into the corner. It's picked up by Norris. He'll spin off his defender. Norris rushing in alone. Ends up hitting Wells. Wells gives him a shove on the way out. Colin has it now. He'll get knocked down. Big hit in the defensive zone for the Rampage. It's picked up as they try and set up their offense. Down low. Find someone rushing down the middle, but it'll be bobbled. Long shot there, blocked by McDonough. As it looks like we're going to end up seeing the Rampage getting this ball back. 8:27 left on the clock here. 10-4 is the score with the Silvertips leading. Tisdale has it. Shooting this one in. Was able to find the stick of a charging Riley Doswell, but they won't bury it. Silvertips once again on the offensive attack. Finds Dunbar Corenda. They find Cole Twite on the wing. He has a goal. Back down low to Chase Penner. Penner trying to rush in. He'll get yanked down. Gets back up, tries the shot. It won't quite go. And this one will be picked up by the Rampage. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty called here. It'll be a holding call being given to Isaac Tisdale. He's going to head off for 2 minutes. And you can tell Dylan Wells is getting ready for what is going to be a very tough 2 minutes for him. Schroeder gets it back from Twite. Gives it to Norris. Finds Penner. Norris up high once again. Whistles it in. And he'll beat Dylan Wells 5-hole off of an excellent shot there. As Norris giving him 27. Tisdale still not happy about that call that sent him to the box there, resulting in a goal. This one's won by Red Deer, but it'll get stolen. Silvertips jumping up on the attack.
Assisted by number 6, Chase Penner, and number 14, Cole Twite.
It's sent down low. Silvertips trying to make something here. Up high to the captain. Long shot, won't go. Second chance by, I believe that's Cole Twite, won't go either. Another shot by Schroeder. That one able to find padding, but nothing more. Red Deer have it in the offensive zone now. Riley Doswell has it on his stick. He pushes in off the left side. Sends it to the other corner. Long shot. Will get blocked in front. Gets the rebound. Fakes the shot. Loses defender. Sending it back up high, but it'll get bobbled on the pass as Ryan Antonish was not quite able to grab it. Heading down the floor now. That'll be Cassius Adams. As he waits to find someone to hand it off to. Giving it to Norris. Another shot, another goal. As that'll make 4 for Norris. As he gets knocked down after the shot, going for a swim in the crease. Based off his celebration there. 12-4 for the Silvertips. Explore Fort Saskatchewan and discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and river valley. Work in a thriving community and play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. We're getting ready for another face-off here. 6:05, all that's left on the clock here in the second period. The Silvertips are up by 8 now. They move in on offense. Fuster. He'll hand it off to the captain and go off for a change. Down low. This one finds Nickel, who gives it back to Schroeder. Schroeder back to the other side. Finds Shabak. Shabak trying to hit Schroeder, but he won't quite find him. Silvertips. Offensive forechecking here, but Rampage doing a good job to hold on to it, and they'll get into the offensive zone. They try and set up their offense now. Coachman sees a chance, goes 5-hole, but McDonough doing a good job to stay in front of it. Joshua Brunton gives it over to Shabak. Finds Jared Norris as they push around the outside. Norris outside finds Cullen. That's another great chance there by one of the Twite brothers. This one's stolen and then stolen back by the Rampage as they finally get this one in the offensive zone. They'll try and get their ozone specialists out there. As it's handed off and given to Tanner Park, who gives it to their captain. Isaac Tisdale pushing in. Likes the shot, walks in a bit further. Tries to find Coachman, but it's given up in the corner. Outside, finds Park. Long shot won't go. And Silvertips pick it up and hand it right off. It's Corenda. Gives it over. Has Penner. Outside to Norris. He's got 4. Walks in, able to beat the defender. A good job by Dylan Wells to get in front of it. Rushing up now. Has a chance. Gives it right back. They weren't quite able to get a shot off. Second chance there. Won't quite go. Silvertips get the steal. They send a long shot all the way down the floor. So they'll find Nickel. Nickel all the way to the other side. Finds one of the Twite brothers as they get their offensive specialists out there. This one's going to be given to Zachary Cullen. Cullen gives it down to Schroeder. Schroeder sees a lane, gets pushed away, loses his defender, walks out to center. Sides against the shot though. Tries to go around the other side. Once again decides against it. Tries to find Cullen cutting down the middle, but was not quite able to get the ball there. So now the Rampage move back on the attack. 3 minutes, all that remains here in the second period. Doswell has it. So he's looking for something. Sent back up high. So they try and set something up. Down low. Walk off the shot. Ooh, nearly stolen by Tisdale in front. It's stolen by Riley Doswell, but he wasn't quite able to get that one on net. Tisdale gets the rebound, and now he's behind the goal with it. Tisdale gets covered up. Fans not too happy about it. Walks in anyway, but McDonough able to get in front of it. It's clear the Red Deer fans wanted a penalty called on that one. Chase Penner has it on his stick. Pushing his way in, sending it to the other side. Walking in. Norris not able to bury it. Norris has it once again. Outside to Penner. Penner sees a shooting lane. Wasn't quite able to get the bounce he was looking for, though. This one goes all the way down the floor. At Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. They are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sports, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with a Vimy Lacrosse. We're going to see a hand in the air for the referee here as Dylan Wells heads to the bench. They'll set something up, though. Goes 5-hole on McDonough. Second chance won't go either as they continue to look for a push here. Some 6-on-5 action here. Empty net for Red Deer. And Tonish hands it to the captain. Gets the pass off, but was not quite able to hold on to it. They'll finally find it down low. Gets the shot off once again. Red Deer recovers it as they continue to work on the 6-on-5. Antonish, long shot, but it'll be covered up by the Silvertips. And with 51 seconds left in the second period here, we are going to see a little bit of a power play. Heading to the box to serve. That is going to end up being that's Connell Walker going to the bench to serve it, as the call was holding on that one. And now Red Deer gets it out at center for some 5-on-4. Tisdale will take it. Fakes a shot, sending it back up high. And they'll end up bobbling this one. Red Deer trying to get it back in the corner, but it's knocked around by Fuster. As the Silvertips go all the way down the floor. He'll scoop it and run around the outside of the defender. Dylan Wells able to get in front of that one. An excellent offensive chance there by Joshua Brunton, doing it all by himself. As now Isaac Tisdale tries to set it up. A little bit of a fake play. Long pass, find the back, not quite able to find Coachman. It's bobbled. As this one's thrown all the way down the floor, and that'll do it for the first 40 minutes of this one. Score through 40 minutes, 12-4 for the Silvertips, who had a really strong second period. 3 goals, though, for the Rampage, who still show a sign of life as they are quickly seeing their playoff hopes dwindle before their own eyes. We'll be back with you after this short little break for the final 20. right, hello and welcome back once again here to Genesis Place for the final 20 minutes of the regular season here on CROW LAX TV. I'm Simon Chaskovsky, and we've got this matchup in between the Silvertips and the Red Deer Rampage. Your score right now is 12-4. And as we wait here for the opening face-off, see both goalies getting ready to go here. On one side, we have Caden McDonough. On the other side, Carson Wells. Both goalies have played really, really strong games. Wells has faced a ton of offense. We're going to see, I believe, Red Deer starting with a power play here. So they've got a chance to jump in on offense and try and narrow down this lead that they've been sitting behind for the last little bit. Isaac Tisdale hands this one off. Finds Antonish. Nice shot by Tisdale, won't quite go. This one's sent back up high. Antonishin down to Tisdale. Working off the screen, takes the shot. That one stopped 5-hole. He'll get knocked into the boards, but Rampage able to recover it. Coachman fights Tisdale, fakes the shot, back up to Anton. As this one stopped right in front, McDonough with a nice save. Will be sent all the way down the floor. Picked back up. He'll try and spin off it. Riley does well, finds Tisdale. He'll go 5-hole, but that one's stopped by McDonough. As Tisdale has 20 minutes here. He's 2 points away from 100 points on the season. We'll see Shabak get ready to go now. Taking this one up at center. It's 5-on-5 now as the power play is over. This one's picked up by Chase Penner. Penner sent to the other side. He'll find Norris. Norris working around the offensive zone. Finds Schroeder, who loses that one a little bit too early and sends it into the netting. As the Rampage work around in the offensive zone. They're trying to find something, cutting down the middle. Weren't quite able to get it off. This one's picked up. They'll try and push their way in. Finds Tisdale on the wing. Working his way in, the captain. Nice shot from right inside. Was not quite able to get it off. Rampage recover and they get their offense going with a renewed shot clock. Tisdale working off the screen. Wasn't quite able to find it. Sends it all the way to the other side. Nice jumping shot there from Tanner Park. Tisdale able to recover it before it gets over center, and they've got 10 seconds to make something here on offense. Tisdale, long shot. Finds nothing but the crest of McDonough as he's going to send a pass down center. The Rampage able to be the first one to it as it had a little bit too much power on it. Running down the floor, that'll be Tyler Montgomery. Walton has it. Sending this one down low. Finds Tisdale. Tisdale tries to send it up for Coachman, but put it a little bit too far in front of him. Adams has it now. As they'll say they turned it over here. Coachman pushing in, sees a lane to the other side. Nice shot, but McDonough stops that one once again. It's Walker fighting for it along the boards here. This one's pushed in. Kale Opp has it. Opp out to Coachman. It's Dowswell trying to pick this one up as Red Deer has a new shot clock to work with. Coachman cutting across the crease, decided not to hit him. Tisdale pushing off the screen, walks in, faces a few defenders, able to hold on to it, gets the pass off, as that's an odd bounce there. Silvertips able to grab it, and they move down the floor themselves now. Fuster picking it up down the left side. Gives that one off to Cole Twite. Twite, diving shot, goes top right corner. It's an excellent goal there. Breaks, or not goal, that one missed. Never mind, I thought that was in. That is my bad. As now Red Deer gets it on offense now. Tisdale pushing in, gets knocked down by 3 defenders. The Silvertips move down the other side of the floor. Nice shot by Penner, wasn't quite able to get it where he wanted it. So it's picked up along the boards. As now this has to be given up by the Silvertips. We're going to see Red Deer get the chance to hop in on offense now. 14:59 left on the clock here in the third period. 12-4 is the score right now. They'll hand this one in. Nice chance there by Simpson, but he wasn't quite able to bury it. Trying to find Coachman cutting down the middle, but ends up putting it a little high as it goes all the way down the floor. And the Silvertips will get it on offense. Norris sends it to Penner. Gives it right back to Norris. It's Norris. Gives this one off to Twite, who sends a long shot in, but that one's stolen by Norris. Gets the rebound chance, and back-to-back saves there by Carson Wells. And we're going to see a player head to the box here for Red Deer. Oh, 2 players. We're going to see a player from both teams heading in for coincidentals. And it'll be holding. We're going to see a bit of conversation here at center between Norris and the referee. We've got 1 4-minute penalty, this one being given to Red Deer. So that's a bad sight for them. As Norris takes this one at center. Gives it off to Schroeder, who's going to rush in, sees a lane, and he'll bury it. Right away, just 7 seconds into the power play, scores that one. This one's picked up by the Rampage off the face-off, and we'll get the chance to restart things. That'll be Jack Erdman getting knocked down, but still able to work with it here. He'll run around the outside. Gets it popped off his stick. Now it's the Silvertips heading the other way. Rushing in. He'll shoot it himself, but was not quite able to get that one on net. Now the Rampage moving down the floor once again. A minute left in 4-on-4. That one's bounced by the foot of McDonough and hits the netting.
Assisted by number 7, Jared Norris.
Coachman has it now. He sees a lane to Tisdale, but was not quite able to hit it, so he picks up his own rebound. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Has to shoot it himself. Goes 5-hole on McDonough. Didn't quite get it off. Bit of pushing and shoving in front. Coachman continues to talk to Chase Twight. Cullen gives this one off. Back to Cullen. Gives it to Schroeder. Pushing in here. Schroeder sees the lane. He'll shoot it. And that makes 3 on the game for the Silvertips captain, as he scores both of the Silvertips goals here in 4-on-4. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and river valley. Work in a thriving community and play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. As we get ready for another face-off here, 6 seconds left on the penalty given to the Silvertips. Still a whole 2:06 left on the penalty to the Rampage. As we are now going to see Dunbar Corenda leave the box, as Red Deer starts to try and waste a little bit of clock down.
Silvertips goal, scored by number 16, Mason.
As he'll get knocked down, we've got a hand in the air, and that'll be a cross check. A good job by Parker Sola to take some hard hits there, but it results in a penalty. That's going to turn the remaining minute 37 of their 4-minute penalty into a 4-on-4. Coachman sending it down to Tisdale. Tisdale walking in. Oh, he'll bury it. There wasn't a reaction right away, so I wasn't sure. That makes 4 for him on the game, as Isaac Tisdale has had one heck of an individual performance tonight, as that marks 99 points on the season for Isaac Tisdale. Maybe they just stole that ball. I think he might have assisted on their other goal, which I might have missed. So that might make 100 points for him. So that's a big individual milestone there for Isaac Tisdale, as it took one heck of a game, but he was able to get there. They send this one all the way down. So now the Silvertips get this one in the offensive zone. Still a minute 14 left in the Red Deer penalty.
Isaac Tisdale, assisted by number 25, Trevor Couchman.
Pushing his way in will be Norris. Shoots it while on the ground, but wasn't quite able to find netting. Now 11 minutes remaining here. Some physical defense here on the offensive side of the floor. Sending it all the way down, cutting in. Nice shot, but McDonough gets in front of it once again, as it looks like we might have another penalty. The Silvertips head to the box here. Christian DeGroot going in to serve it. So we're going to get a little bit of some rare 4-on-3 for a short amount of time, just 37 seconds.
Silvertips penalty. Number 24, Christian DeGroot. 4 minutes for checking from behind.
Has a nice shot there from the Rampage. Gives them another one. And takes one penalty off the board for the Silvertips. .10:32 left on the clock here. 14-6 is now the score. And it looks like that last penalty that was given to the Silvertips was a 4-minute, which I did not notice. All pointed out now. Cassius Adams in the face-off circle. Across from him, Justin St. Germain. At Bimini Lacrosse, excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. They are dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Bimini Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Bimini Lacrosse. Explore the academy by visiting bimiedmonton.ca/lacrosse. We'll get ready for the face-off here. Both teams are getting loud. With every goal, the Rampage score. You can tell the fans get a little bit louder here at Genesis Place. He's trying to hold on to the ball. It gets knocked off his stick. Rushing in, breakaway chance. Shabak gets stopped. Fuster gets stopped. And now Rampage heading down the floor. They try and set something in. Tisdale, nice fake, but hits the crossbar. As now the Silvertips heading up on the rush again, but it looks like finally we're going to see play slow down once again, given to Schroeder, and we'll get their offensive players out there. This one's picked up. Clark hands it off to Tisdale, who gives it to Coachman as they start to work. Coachman back. They continue to work it. That one's shot just a touch wide. 2:10 left on the power play. Carson Wells is going to drop it in the corner, and the Silvertips get a chance to get a little bit of offense in their 2-minute or remaining 2:09 penalty here. 9 minutes, all that remain here in the third period. Norris sees a lane. He'll rush forward, takes a nice shot, but Wells able to get in front of it. Kale Opp has it. Hands it off. Finds Park. Park gives it to Coachman. Coachman to Tisdale, and we're going to see a cross-checking penalty given to Red Deer. And it will be returning to 4-on-4 for another minute and 39 seconds. As we're going to see the Silvertips captain heading to the face-off circle, it looks like. Or no, sorry, my apology. He'll be taking it at center. little bit of conversation here between the players on the Silvertips and the referee. It looks like there's something on the floor, so they're going to go and clean that up real quick. .8:33 left on the clock now as we wait for things to get back underway. They give it to Schroeder, and we'll get things underway once again. Sends it over. He'll find Penner. Cross to the other side. Excellent save by Dunbar Corenda. Wells throwing this one down the floor. He'll find Pike. This one's thrown across the blue line. Sent into the left corner. Long shot from outside. Picked up by Fuster behind the goal. And it's quickly stolen and thrown back down the floor. Setting up the Silvertips for some potential offense, but he overthrew it. That means Wells gets to throw this one to his own team, and we'll get a chance to slow things right on down. We'll now see Tisdale making his way around the outside. Sees a shot behind the back pass to Coachman. Gets tipped off of the stick. It's sent into the netting, and now we're going to see Red Deer restart their offense. Giving it to Coachman up at the top. Knocked off his stick. Now heading down the floor. Fuster has a breakaway. He'll rush in alone. Sees a quick shot, but that one bounces off of Wells. Tisdale in front. Nice shot and a nice goal, and that makes 5 on the game for him. He gets knocked down on the way out. (14-7) is now your score. Quite a few players giving Tisdale a pat on the back on the bench right now as he has absolute all so far in this game. This one's sent out. Coachman has it. He's going to walk his way in. Walks off a screen from Tisdale. Gets knocked off his stick, though, and now the Silvertips get the chance to head the other way. Thrown to the stick of Christian DeGroot. This one finds Cole Twite. He'll get knocked around the blue line. Gets around the two defenders, sending it in. Nice shot, but it'll be stopped by Wells. Moving down the floor a little bit further, it'll be St. Germain. Sending it over to Tisdale. Just going to give this one right over as they get their offense going. Sees a lane, decides against shooting it. He'll get knocked off his stick, but he'll pick it back up. Walking in, sees a lane, tries to hit Coachman, but gets knocked off of, or the pass gets knocked off its trajectory, and now the Silvertips heading down the floor. Nice shot, but it'll be stopped by Wells, who's had himself a good third period. Pike will give this one off. Dowswell. This one finds Tisdale. He's thinking about the shot. Fakes it. Takes that one, but puts it a little bit too high over the top right corner. And it'll go all the way down the floor. And we'll see the Silvertips get a little bit of offense. 1 second left on their power play, or penalty kill, sorry. And it looks like the Silvertips player tried to leave the box a second early. So as a little bit of an odd situation there. He left a second early as they put the second back on the clock so that he can come out of the box, and there you go. As they work on the offensive zone. Norris putting it inside. Nice save by Wells. They find St. Germain. Fakes the pass. Gives it to Coachman instead. Coachman sending it to the other side. Rampage. Working in here. He sees a lane, but it'll lose it off his stick as it'll just slowly roll it into the crease of McDonough. Walking in here, Shabak able to get in front of, get a nice shot off, but it'll be saved by Wells. Sent back out to center. They try and find someone cutting down the middle, but wasn't quite there. Kale Opp with it on his stick. Hands it right off to Tanner Park. 3:25 all that's left on the game clock. Park looking around. Up high, shot off of the toe, and they'll get it right back. Thinks about it again, decides not to. Looking for something. They continue to work around the outside. Nice shot. Nice save as McDonough gets in front of it. This one gets bobbled. Silvertips moving up on the attack now. Given to Norris. Norris fighting with it now. Sees Schroeder down low all alone. Puts it, tries to put it 5-hole, but Wells is able to stop it. Penner picks it up, sending it up to Norris. Norris, nice shot in front. Just covered right up by Wells. Will get stolen here by Penner, who walks his way in alone. Sending it all the way across to Norris. Find the back shot. Nothing will come of it. The Silvertips will get this one. Able to get the steal off of the defensive player for the Rampage, and they get things started once again. Minute 35 left on the clock. They'll send it in to one of the Twight brothers, who gets a nice shot off. Stolen by the Rampage. They're moving down the floor now. Tries to get it over to Jack Walton, and they will do so. Walton gives it off to Coachman. Give this one to Coachman. Try to send it to the other side of the floor, but the person he was trying to hit wasn't looking. Nice shot regardless off the bounce off the boards. McDonough able to stay strong. It's sent cross middle here. Less than a minute left here in the final period of the entire regular season. And now, without a doubt, we can say that the Silvertips are looking at a Central Division championship once again. It's given to Penner, who's just going to dump this one into the corner as the shot clock expires. And I think we're going to get a quick timeout here. The Chaos Junior Lacrosse Club and its franchise, the Southern Alberta Chaos, are excited to announce that they will be hosting the MacDonald Cup this year. The 2024 event will be hosted in the Centennial Regional Arena in Brooks, Alberta from August 7th to 11th. After 27 years, it was successfully hosted in 2023, where the Cranbrook Black Wolves became the first champions of the rechristened MacDonald Cup since 1995. The 8-team event was highly enjoyed by athletes, volunteers, and numerous lacrosse fans that attended. Please join us this August. For more information, you can visit macdonaldcup.ca. Both teams returning back to the floor for that short timeout. 29.2 left on the clock here. And clock starts. Shot clock is now turned off. This one's knocked off Tisdale's stick, but he'll be able to get it back. Rushing in, looking for a goal. But they'll say he had a foot down. And the Silvertips rush forward as clock ticks down. He'll take a shot. Will get bounced out to center. They'll be able to keep it in. And time ticks down on the regular season here, and that will do it. As the Silvertips become your Central Division champions with this win. And they'll head into the playoffs in that first seed. And after a tough loss, the Red Deer Rampage will not be seeing playoffs. There's a tough outcome from this game. They fought hard against the best team in the Central. Gave a very, very strong fight. As we see the Silvertips celebrating this game, I'd like to thank you for joining us for what has been a great regular season here on CROW LAX TV. We'll have all the coverage for the playoffs, so make sure to stick around for that. I've been Simon Shaskovsky. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.